Hello and welcome back. So in this class I'm just gonna teach you about some more bootstrap form elements. So for this purpose what we have to do is just simply copying. Well, this is not necessary to create the form in the horizontal way or the vertical way. I'm just choosing the horizontal because this is the last way. Well, just simply copying this one, pasting here. So what I'm just gonna do is first of all just removing the confirm password and typing comments. Okay, you know that we can't get the comments in the text area. We have to get the comments in the, first of all just typing here the comment. Well, one thing which I'm just missing continuously is the ID which we have to mention to clearing that the label and the inputs are in the link. Well, we have to use the ID here and every input tag, those who have the labels. So by the way, go to the browser and refresh that. I got the new element, the comment, but actually I just don't want this type of element. Here I'm removing the input because I just want the text area. Okay, now go to the first tag of the area, the starting tag of the area, and insert a class here, and then put the form control. But just by putting the form control, the text area is now the element of the bootstrap and looking really perfect. Well, if you just want to add some kind of rows here as well, so add just rows and put the how much rows you want, for example 10 rows. So refresh that. Now I got the 10 rows here looking really super. So for the next element I'm just simply copying the form group again and just pasting there. Okay, so for now what I'm just gonna do is actually I'm just gonna type the checkbox. So for the checkbox we have to change our strategy. Let's just remove the first one, the last one's element, the text area with its column, and then go inside the comments, and first of all remove this one as well. Means I'm just removing the columns again, and actually inside the label let's just put the input. Okay, because I'm just gonna create the input and then type checkbox, cover that. Now let's just type whatever you want. For example, first of all I'm just doing one thing, that pressing an enter and just putting a div, or actually I'm just creating the label here. Okay, label, another label as label, and then here I'm just adding the class, and I'm just typing control label and then adding in space and column md2, and then here I'm just typing that skills. Whatever you want to type you can type skills. Okay, now here this is the first one's label, and I'm just mentioning, or instead of the label, first thing first we have to put a div, and inside this div what I'm just gonna do is actually adding the class of the check box. This is really necessary to creating the checkbox. And now let's just cut this one and paste this here with the sign and remove this thing here. And now this is the checkbox, and instead of the comments I'm removing the for area because this is not really necessary for designing purpose. So by the way, go to the browser, but before just going to the browser let's just type HTML, duplicate, or let's just copy the whole checkbox, copy one and paste. And one thing more, when I just created the the one column here, so we should create another column as well, because I'm not using the single checkbox, I'm creating a lot more. So here the new class and the call md 10 again, this is 2 and this is 10. Now inside the column 10 just cut off all the checkboxes and paste inside this. Now let's just adjust this. Now save and go to the browser and refresh. Now these are the skills you can see and looking really perfect, these skills. So what I'm just gonna do is actually, secondly, let's just simply copy the whole form group, paste, refresh. Now this is a new one's elements. But right now I'm just adding another interesting thing in the labels of not this label. This label is just for just as the heading, okay, just for the that the skills heading. But here inside these labels where we just put it the control label, here we don't need to put the control label. Okay, let's just remove the control label and let's just type the check box. Okay, well, I'm just clearing that we just don't need to put the control label there and there and there as well, because definitely they are unusable. They can't do anything in the labels. Well, there I'm just setting the check boxes, as I just add the checkbox here. So not simple checkbox, the checkbox inline. Okay, so now let's just copy this checkbox and paste there and there, and then just go to the browser. Now you can see that this is simple, nothing new there. But there, these are still the same. Just why? Because when you just want to create the inline checkbox, so all the labels should be in the single div. Okay, now just remove this checkbox and this checkbox, the both checkboxes. Save and go to the browser and refresh. Now you can see that the HTML and there are, these are the vertical and these are the inline. This is what I just want to teach you. I hope you understood about that. So secondly, I am just simply copying the whole form group, because now I just want to teach you about the radio, the radio buttons. Okay, so first of all, for just creating the radio, we don't need to use the checkbox, we need to use the radio. Okay, and then the first thing first, I'm just removing the multiple lines, and then let's just actually copy. But before copying, let's just change this, and there is no need to put anything in the label. Just directly go to the type and change the checkbox into the radio, and then let's just select the mail and then just copy the whole radio and duplicate. Okay, now this should be the female, and there is the option to put the gender. Save and go to the browser and refresh that. Now male and female, this is a simple way you can create, okay, by using the name attribute, that we can create the synchronization and a link between them by adding the same name. Now you can when you just refresh that, now you can't select the both one time. Okay, you only have to select only one time. So now the other thing is, again, I'm just copying the whole form group and then just going down, and what I'm just gonna do is to first of all removing the radio there, okay, and there, and then just cutting this one and pasting there, and then in the label I'm just adding in a new class here, class radio inline, and then let's just copy this class and simply paste this class here. Save and refresh. Okay, now you can see that the male, female, and there, these are the vertical and these are the horizontal. So I hope you understood both of them. But there is something more I just want to teach you about the form elements. First of all, I'm just removing the extra space and now just create the new one. So again, just create the new form div, the div actually, and add the class of the form group. Okay, go inside this, and then let's just put the label first, class, and because we are in the horizontal form, so here form group, and then cover that label, and there just type, for example, the country or whatever you want to put, because I'm just going to teach you about the select tag. So just going down, but before going down, I'm just adding another one, call md2. Okay, and this should be form, not gom. Okay, so there I'm just pressing an enter and just creating the select tag. Okay, and then just adding the class of the form control. Okay, the form control works on the select tag. adding some intros, and then just adding the options which is necessary for the select tag. So these are the options, and then in the first one's option I'm just typing the, for example, US, okay, UK, whatever name. I just remember I'm just typing Afghanistan, Germany, whatever name you just want to put, no problem is there. Pakistan, my country. Save and go to the browser and refresh. Now you can see the US. Now interestingly, this is well designed, okay, with the blue border and blue shadow, the box shadow and whatever. So this is the select tag, and I hope you understood how it works there. There is something more in the form elements which we'll talk about in the next class. Stay tuned and goodbye.